Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with Learn Plan Profit. Hope you guys are all having a great start to your 2019. Holy moly, my eyes are red. I am a little bit tired, but ready to kickstart 2019 on a green note. So I'm going to start sharing my screen so you guys can see exactly what it is that I have going on here. And we can kind of go from there. So NQ, as right now, this is kind of like the one that I was watching during pre-market hours. It was showing signs of a sell-off. The really cool thing about this is that overall, so let's just look at the 180-day chart so you guys know what we're talking about. Again, this is a NASDAQ future. So when NASDAQ progresses, so does this. Due to the overall market conditions, this thing has progressively been selling off due to recent patterns, and the SMA line, which used to act as a support, as you guys could see right over here, now is acting as a resistance. It's now pointing down, and it's now showing signs of a downtrend. Altogether, it became a little bit on the overextended side and now broke below the EMA line, and it makes sense on why this thing can continue to downtrend. I'm going to move this just a little bit over just so I could see your guys' messages. Let's see. Do I have it like on full screen? Yeah. Okay, that's why. There we go. What's up? What's up? How are you guys all doing? How was your guys' New Year's? Everything was good? What's going on, guys? So as of right now, natural gas as well is progressively selling off. So if we go on the 1-day, 1-minute chart, we could see that in between the middle and bottom VWAP, natural gas has continuously been making lower lows and lower highs for about the past, like, what is that, 3 to 4 hours. And that's a good pattern to understand, because as of right now, if this thing continues to sell off, that's in favor of DGAS, right? So we can go ahead and visit DGAS. DGAS is opening at 126. Unbelievable, right? And again, within the past 4 to 5 hours, it's been progressively making higher highs in between the middle and top VWAP. Ultimately, it's been holding above this overall SMA line. So I think that's something that, you know, should be something that be understood before taking a position of what the pattern is and stuff like that. So let's see. Let's see. Let's check it out. How are you guys doing this morning? All right. I'm just looking at natural gas. We have 1080p. I don't think I did anything. I think I changed a setting on my stream quality. I think that's all I did. You're lying. Are you serious? Okay, yeah, because okay, and does it look better? Wow, okay. I'm super... What's going on, Eric? Well, I'm super happy to hear that it's doing well. So I can see everything on your TOS. Perfect. All right, you can see everything. So we're good. As of right now, again, natural gas is selling off. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to rewatch this video because you guys are saying that it's, you know, a bag of chips and then some. All right, here we go. Natural gas trying to not make lower lows. This is kind of like what I've been watching to see because the market just recently opened. So it had a really strong push. That's not something that it really experienced. I guess it kind of did around this general area, but then continued to sell off. It did consolidate for a little bit and then just progressively sold off with, like, you know, a big red candle. So let's just watch it again closely. But if you guys have any stocks that you guys want to break down, feel free to let me know and I will break it down as of right now. What's going on, Chad? I hope you had a good New Year's. All All right. Someone said, let's break down Tesla. So, wait, who was it? Oh, Don, what's going on, man? So, Tesla with a pretty solid sell-off, 10%. What was this due to? Wow, okay. So look, some of the news this morning, it says Tesla plans to trim prices as fourth quarter delivers rise update. So, okay, so price cuts is what it's going through. Okay, so it makes sense on why it's selling off. That's a negative catalyst that drives the price down, pushing it right back down to about, what is that, 300 to about the low 280s. It made sense again when it was around 360, a little bit more on the overbought side. Now as it's selling off as of right now, I wouldn't say that this is the best deal, but again, we're approaching a general area around the sub 300s where it tends to do pretty well, right? NFLX. All right, let's check it out. All right, here we go. Again, Netflix, as of right now, has been consistently selling off, right? So like a lot of the other tech companies, it's been getting rejected by this overall SMA line. So it's been a continuous downtrend pattern. As of right now, honestly, with my honest opinion, and again, for those that value it, it was showing signs of an uptrend. And this is something that you see a lot with descending patterns. It's like, again, look at previous patterns to understand kind of like what's going on. So if you see when it was progressively pushing up and then broke below the EMA line, right? And then it made lower lows and lower highs. And look at the MACD, right? It began to sell off right around this general area. Look at the MACD. It began to peak and then the descending bars and then the overall MACD reversal, right? Same thing is happening here. It was showing signs of an uptrend. It peaked, right? And then now it's starting to show signs of that descending MACD, and the overall pattern is also showing signs of a descending pattern. So something to take into consideration. Tesla didn't sell as many as Wall Street thought. Okay. What's going on, Javier? Thank you again for posting it in the ticker call out format. Okay, so this is Duke Energy Holdings. It's been a pretty consistent pattern, right? So the overall 180-day chart, it's been showing signs of an uptrend, progressively making higher highs, higher lows. And as of right now, it recently sold off. It's approaching this general area, which is like the SMA line, right? So the overall support. It makes sense on why it can reverse around this general area. Again, it could possibly consolidate. So just to make sure that we get that, we'll go ahead and set that alert there, and then we'll just follow up with it. Let's check this out. Yeah, so I'm gonna set an alert for both the break above and below. On famous birthdays, it says it's your birthday. What's going on, Adam? Yeah, it is my birthday today. Here we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So happy birthday. I appreciate that. Thank you. First live day trading, $172. Super happy to hear that. Yeah, I haven't withdrawn the money. Whoa. Oh. I appreciate it, team. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. These guys are like, all right, let's go back to trading. For day trades, do you usually use the 180-day 4-hour EMA or the 1-day 1 minute? So that's a good question. When it comes down to day trading, I mean, I like having a general understanding of the overall direction. So I like to look at the 180-day chart. But for actually day trading and what will kind of like affect and determine my entry and exit point is going to be on the 1-day 1 minute chart. As again, the pattern is more relevant, right? So if I'm only going to go in and get out within the next couple of like minutes or hours, then I want to look at relevant patterns within the past couple of minutes and hours as well. Thank you, Morgan. Super happy to have you as a part of the team. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, so I really do appreciate it. Super crazy gameplay. What's going on? Thank you. Thank you. This is kind of the one that I'm watching. So I'm not even watching natural gas too much as of right now. But as of right now, NQ was showing signs of a downtrend pattern, but it was like right around 4 o'clock that this thing started to kind of change its direction. It started to like not make lower lows anymore. It broke above this SMA line, right? This green line that you guys see right here. And then it began to consolidate, and then now starting showing signs of an uptrend pattern. So in that case, it's TQs that should be showing signs of an uptrend pattern. I'm not too sure how many of you guys have been able to benefit from this, but the margins aren't crazy good, but they're decent. And I think it might make for a good day trade, even just the small one. So all right, Sam, I like that. I like that. Thank you. Would it be wise to link my Robinhood account to another trading app platform? I don't know what you mean by link. I don't think you can link two brokerages together. No, at least not to something I'm aware of. 17% on Diaz. Let's kill it. Wow, Daniel, you're killing it. I like that. Happy birthday from all the way to South Africa. I appreciate that. Thank you again. Whoa, natural gas is getting it. So I'm just going to wait a little bit for a pullback just to build that margin of profit, just trying to be selective, right? Making sure that we have that nice little margin of profit. Here we go. Okay. So then that means that DGAS should be pretty close to its overall support. Let's see what this margin is. Not bad. So what I'll do is, again, this is kind of be like a dip buy and stuff like that, right? So 100 shares, we'll do in here. At 60. We'll just do 100 shares, that's fine. What is your opinion if we head into a recession? I still think that, again, I've talked about it multiple times, and this is something that I've talked to, about with different people who excel in different markets. And the sole focus should always be good deals, right? When investing in cars, when investing in houses, when investing in stocks, in anything, you want to make sure that you focus on getting a good deal so you could always sell it for a profit. A good deal will always outweigh whatever it is that's going on. Yes, it might be a little bit more difficult to sell from time to time due to overall activity or demand and stuff like that, and the recession will obviously have a effect on that. But altogether, it's kind of like when it comes down to like the real estate market, when people just say, oh, I'll buy it, I'll buy a house when the market pulls back, and then the market pulls back, and then they're like, well, I'll buy it when it begins to pick up, and then it picks up, and then they never actually end up buying it. Like, I'll buy it when maybe 1 or 2 years down the road, when it starts to really confirm that the prices are up and stuff like that, and then they end up missing like kind of like the whole cycle. But if you, again, long-term goal, have a sole focus on just getting a good deal, and you focus on that, I think that's what's important. Here we go. Hey, do you have any plans to invest in crypto this year? Not necessarily. If something pops up, and it's something I'm always willing to explore, but not necessarily. Did you guys get a yellow Huracan that was on the TechBuds Instagram? Just curious. No, that was a friend that's actually Graham, the YouTuber. He brought his friend, and his friend just recently bought that Lamborghini. So they picked it up in Georgia, and they drove it all the way down to California. So yeah, they called it a once-in-a-lifetime trip, which is actually pretty extravagant, right? I think that's something that we could all agree on. All right, so we could sell it. Hey, do you know if we can deduct our learn plan profit dues on taxes? Again, I'm not a tax specialist, but when it comes down to like school or anything like that, or any type of like information-based product, due to my understanding, that is something that would be viewed as like an investment, right? So it's something that you invested in, that cost you money, which towards your trading, and like your laptops and stuff like that, and your Wi-Fi. Again, you want to consult your tax specialist, but due to my understanding, that might be something that you could write off. So, but again, please consult your tax specialist. Hey, what's going on, Frank? Thank you. I really appreciate that. Police complaints. Thank you, Andrea. Appreciate it. DWT, the inverse of DWT is UWT. Wow. DGAS is now showing signs of a reversal. Okay. So I might have to sell this one. There it goes. Yeah, natural gas is now making higher highs. You guys push. Is there anybody in UGAS as of right now that got in at the break or the reversal of the EMA line? Just take into consideration. And again, if it rallies and the demand is there 100%, it makes sense on why you'd be holding this. But the MACD is a little bit on the overextended side, and the RSI is a little bit on the overextended side. So even if you lock in profits and then you wait for it to correct itself and then you get back in, just have a reason for everything it is that you do. Keeping it that simple, I think that's what's important. So what's going on, George? So LABD. So LABD, here we go. LABD, as right now, it was showing signs of a sell-off during market open, right? The volume was pretty low. So this is the biotech ETF. Let's look at the 20-day analysis. Okay, so it looks like it was showing signs of an uptrend, recently sold off. It was making lower lows and then just recently began to consolidate right around this SMA line, which makes sense, right? Now, this thing was something that was progressively making higher highs. So now we just have to set this alert and then we can follow up with it. Let's check this. Locking in profits on UGAS. Congrats. Up 800 on UGAS. Let's go. You guys are freaking killing it. I think I might have a red trade right now. Yeah, it's selling off. No signs of a reversal. Just waiting a little bit just to get the confirmation. If it breaks below the SMA line, I'll 100% have to cut losses. So on DGAS, as of right now, I'm down $166 now. So, and that's just with 100 shares. That's about $12,000, right? So almost $13,000. So what's going on, Sarita? Appreciate that. Thank you. How do you add /NG on Yahoo? I have no idea. I don't use Yahoo myself, but. Are you currently holding any swing trades? No, I'm not. Let's see. Colby, right? Any plans for your B-Day? I think we're just gonna go and grab some food, and I'm gonna call my parents, tell them thank you for having me. Yeah, I don't really have any plans. Every day is a good day. Here we go, 71. Appreciate that. Thank you, positive vibes. Is there a way to trade DGAS and UGAS in Europe? I'm not too sure. I know we have Pascal's a pretty active trader within our chat, but I don't think that he trades ETFs. My plans are to lock in profits and to end the day green, so that would make my day. Have you ever traded Forex? I have not. What's going on, Caesar? Thank you. Ticker, happy B-Day. What's going on, Ben Bradley? You guys crack me up. We have Snow and Rio, Rico, AZ. Nice. Why don't you buy more shares of DGAS? Because it's still trending down. So it's still below the EMA line. And if I were to buy some as of right now, I would be buying as it's progressively making lower lows. So if I buy, if it breaks above the EMA line and starts to make higher highs, that would make sense. But as of right now, not too much. I think I'm pretty close to my break even right now. Yikes. Okay, got rejected. So we might be making lower lows now. So I might just have to cut losses. Is today your actual birthday, or is it coming up? No, today, January 2nd, is my actual birthday. Yep. I'm 24. Can you guys believe that? 24. You broke your rule when you bought DGAS too early. Not necessarily. I do the average up approach, Richard. So it's something that we've talked about before, that yes, I didn't buy before the confirmation, or I did buy before the confirmation, but I did my, just to get some skin in the game, I try to get it for a good deal, and then I'll add more to my position when it confirms an uptrend. So yeah, ultimately the pretty picture would be to wait for the confirmation, but something that I've been doing before is to buy the dip. So I would buy the dip, bless me, right? And then progressively add more as it goes up. I could already see the video of making $2,000 on my birthday. Well, let's hope so, right? Thank you, appreciate it. Bless your face. You guys crack me up. Oh, Gerald, super happy to hear that. Happy belated birthday. Have you guys noticed that natural gas and the volatility isn't as active or isn't as volatile as it was before? How many of you guys have noticed that? UWT, what's going on, Connor? Let's go ahead and break this down. I think we did UWT already. So yeah, UWT and DWT as of right now on the 180-day chart. This thing is something that's progressively making lower lows. Honestly, yes, you can try to buy the reversals, but just looking at previous patterns, it's very few times that it breaks above that you could actually make decent margin, and that's realistic. It's DWT, the one that's progressively been making high highs and stuff like that. So I would just wait for a confirmation of this thing progressively pushing up and kind of go with the flow. So I'll go ahead and put this one here, as this one's been the one that's been showing signs of an uptrend. Okay, so yeah, you guys have noticed that. So I have not noticed that. Okay, you guys haven't. So some say that you guys have, some say that you guys haven't or have not. Yeah, I would say that the volatility, again, we went through a lot of news and forecasts for weather, and again, just asking yourself the question why, again, every time that you're trading something and that it's doing well, you should always like question it. And especially if a lot of people are like kind of like following it or aware of it. Again, there's nothing wrong with playing like the defense. And as long as you're, again, more aware, asking more questions and more concerned about, than the average person, I think that's something that could always keep you like, on your toes. And that could be something that could be very effective. So SQs just broke above. Okay, so this one just broke above the EMA line, and we'll see if its direction changes for the day. What's going on, Benny? What's up, what's up, what's up? What's going on, Jason R? Super happy to have you as part of the team. What in the world is happening with you guys? Yeah, it's kind of just correcting itself, right? So natural gas was super overextended. It makes sense on why it had to pull back, just like anything else. So is DGAS considered overbought? Well, it's not considered the best deal possible, so it makes sense on, but it's been progressively making higher highs and stuff like that. It'll probably slow down just like kind of like natural gas did, and then it'll begin to pull back. So especially as we get in more to like the spring months. If you don't mind me asking, how many real estate properties do you own right now? Just 2. So, well, very blessed to have the 2. But yeah, I sold that. I don't know if you guys remember, but I own 2 houses right next to one another. I sold the house. I kept the original one that I bought, and I sold the one that I had next door. And then I had 2 condos that I sold not mid, kind of like early last 2018. So, yeah. Say I won't come and give you a birthday gift. No, you don't have to, man. I appreciate it though. I really do appreciate that kind gesture. $25 Chipotle card. Oh man, don't tempt me. No, you're good. I appreciate it. Thank you though. What do you think about owning apartments? Again, if it's a good deal and the residual income is, or the passive income is there, and it, the numbers make sense, 100%. One of my biggest suggestions for anybody that's trying to get into like real estate, again, I'm not a professional and I've said that multiple times. I've learned everything from like the real estate agents that I've had the blessing to work with. So I would just, kind of make friends with an agent within your area that's like motivated and active, and just let them know that, hey, I'm someone that's like really wanting to get into real estate. But just show that you're like different than everybody else, that you're always looking for deals, that you always want to learn more, and just be kind and not like a drag to them, right? You're there to like learn from them and value them. And I think that's something that they could respect. So, and I think you'll learn a lot. So everybody donate $1 for the birthday boy. No, you guys are good, 100%. So thank you for everything that you guys do. But yeah, good. I appreciate the kind gesture though. Wow, thank you, MidXO. I joined the course a few hours ago, and it has been my first live stream session. I absolutely loved it. Super happy to hear that. I'm sorry that I'm not trading very actively right now, but I just don't see a lot of activity. But I'm sure we'll kill it this week and this year especially. So again, we got to be patient, right? Selective. Let's at least get some likes for Ricky. He cracked me up. There we go. So natural gas just made higher highs. Ricky, would you ever do any wholesale deals? It's something that we've like considered before, but it's just not something that I have too much time for. First live stream. What's going on, Bryce? What's up? Ricky, do you think that you guys is going to have a spike? I don't know as of right now, you guys is progressively pushing up. Natural gas is still trading below the middle VWAP and the SMA line, still acting as a resistance. Again, let's just always be optimistic about what's going on, right? So we could see that progressively it's been getting rejected by the middle VWAP and the SMA line. So we could see that there's been lower lows and lower highs, and keeping it that simple, yes, it can continue to go up, but it also makes sense on why it can get rejected right around this general area. So again, there's nothing wrong with locking in profits as we approach a resistance, and if it breaks above and starts to make higher highs, then guess what? The beautiful thing about trading is that you could always get back in. But the biggest thing is, again, you're investing for the future, not for today. So just make sure that you don't just think of and hope for something, but that you always have a plan and a reason for everything it is that you do. So Ricky, I sent you a present. It must have been lost in the mail. Ricky, how many trades do you usually take a week? It's always different. So there could be days that I can take like 15 to, I don't know, 10 to 15 trades in one day. And there could be days that I take like 1 or 2. Again, the biggest thing is just when the deal presents itself. So again, we're approaching this general resistance area. Yeah, TNDM, 30 trades, that's fine. Up $300 on real money. Yeah, so right now on DGAS, I think I'm down like $261. So great way to start 2019. It's honestly not bad. Yes, it's selling off. If it continues to sell off, I'll cut losses at like around 300 to 400. But again, my position size is 100 shares. I can take a 300 share position size on the recovery or even on UGAS, and I'll make it back in just a couple minutes. So not too worried about it. Again, I'm just trying to stay cool, calm, and collected. To put into perspective, you know, the 100 shares to me is like someone with like $1,000 account buying with like, you know, maybe $300. It's like about 1/3 of what they normally trade with. And just to put into perspective, we're all in different kind of stages of like confidence and how comfortable we feel with what it is that we are trading. And that's what should be most important. Even if you end up taking a loss, the biggest thing is like, did you feel comfortable like doing that? And were you comfortable the entire process? Like if it doesn't go according to your plan, just like mine's not going according to plan, that's part of the game, right? There's nothing wrong with that. We can't, you know, kick ourselves in the foot. It's like, you know, we can learn from it, what we could have done better, and then we move on from it. So yeah. Did you get a new camera for Christmas for the 1080p? No. I just changed the stream quality. I guess I was just messing up. And yeah. So here we go. We might get a slight little reversal. But I might actually go live on YouTube in just a little bit to kind of like do a live in just a little bit for everybody. I'm not too sure. I'm going to talk to the guys and see what we're going to do like for breakfast and when everyone plans on coming over and stuff like that. I mean, we're still going to treat it as like, wow, I didn't know it was so close. Treat it as like a normal trading day. Yeah, I mean, that's really just it. I know today was kind of like boring. I do apologize for that. I wish it was exciting. I'm sure all those that took a position on UGAS are super pumped. As it's doing exceptionally well. So it is pulling back a little bit. Again, the EMA line is still pointing up on natural gas, but we are approaching that middle VWAP area. So again, the reason I haven't cut losses right now is because it hasn't confirmed like lower lows is right now below the SMA line. If it confirms that, I'll cut losses and kind of go from there. So again, some of you guys are saying, hey, what's it called? UGAS broke above the SMA line and DGAS broke below the SMA line. Again, these indicators are not exact price points, so they're not like down to like the number, right? They're general areas, and that's what I treat them as. And I just want confirmation. So as of right now, we are struggling to break above the SMA line. If I see that it gets rejected and it confirms it as a resistance, then guess what? I'll cut losses because I get the reassurance that, okay, this is not the bottom and it might continue to sell off, and I might want to jump into you guys. So I'll keep you guys up to date. You need to turn over the calendar. Oh my goodness, I know, huh? So I'll be sure to turn that around. I really do appreciate your guys' time. I wish you guys a beautiful rest of your, what is it? What is it today? Wednesday. So we're already midweek, and yeah, we need to make sure that we are a little bit more productive within the week. Yeah. So. Really do appreciate you guys' time. I hope you guys had an amazing New Year's. If you guys didn't check out the video that I uploaded yesterday, it was about the 3 biggest mistakes to avoid for 2019. It's about a 5-minute video that I filmed and edited and uploaded. Super simple. Feel free to watch it in 2x speed. And it'll be in like 2.5 minutes. You'll watch the entire thing, but just very little simple reminder of like, what we should be kind of focusing on for 2019 to make sure that it's a very like productive and efficient kind of like year for you. So thank you guys again for your time. Wish you guys an amazing rest of your day. Continue working hard, continue following your dreams, let your passion be what drives your success. I appreciate all the kind words and all the birthday wishes. Thank you again for everything it is that you guys do. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.